The elegant baths of the Anuradhapura culture are repeated here with one difference. These are made of brick. This exquisite bath is, however, an exception. Paved with granite in the form of a lotus, this pond reflects the ornate and the sensuous nature of Polonnaruwa art. These murals in the Thivanka Shrine Room are the earliest examples of Buddhist temple paintings in Sri Lanka, a tradition which is one of the key strands in the fabric of Sinhala culture. Hindu shrines have entered the courtyard and the prescribed sacred precincts of the Buddhist temple. Nandi, the sacred Hindu bull, sits on its haunches. Fagan, in the afternoon of the day of discovery, beheld the monolithic carvings in heroic size at Galvihar. The evening was closing fast, he wrote, when I found myself under a dark and gigantic human figure, at least 25 feet high. I cannot describe what I felt at the moment. On examination, I found this to be a figure of Buddha. To the Philistine, who remains unmoved by the story of these pallid stones bleached by centuries of sun and rain, wrote R.L. Brohier. To him who visits this historical skeleton and fails to be lulled by the harmony of its art, the delicacy of its carvings, I have but one word of advice. Do not desecrate antiquity. Keep away. Rising 200 meters abruptly from the surrounding plain, lying between Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa, Sigiriya, or the Lion Rock, at first seems a geological phenomenon. Today it is a monument to a crime and a treasure house of rare art, all in one, with the spirit of once upon a time hovering over it. Sigiriya comes dramatically, if tragically, into the political history of Sri Lanka in the last quarter of the 5th century, when Prince Kashyapa slew his father Dhatusena and withdrew into this rock, turning it into a palace in the sky, reminiscent of the mythical splendor of ancient Babylon. From the pleasure gardens below, laid out with mathematical precision, the way up is tier by tier from terrace to terrace until a plateau is reached with chambers, buildings and pavilions. Built up from the base of the rock itself with brick masonry, this wall has a highly polished plaster finish from which it gets its ancient name, Katapat Paura, or the mirror wall. On this polished surface, generations of visitors inscribe their thoughts and feelings in verse. Here begins the lion staircase, one of Sigiriya's most dramatic features. Two colossal paws are all that remains of a gigantic lion face made out of brick and plaster, which would have gazed northwards once upon a time. The royal palace at the summit of Sigiriya lies about 180 meters above the surrounding plain and 360 meters above mean sea level. It is not only the loftiest and innermost precinct of the Sigiriya complex, but also the geometrical center on which the plan of Sigiriya is based. Most poems on the mirror wall at Sigiri are about these lovely damsels on a series of frescoes done in a depression on the rock. These are surviving fragments of an immense backdrop of paintings that once extended in a wide band across the western face of the rock. The withdrawal of the Sinhalese from their